that was mentioned at one of our other meetings, and to tell you the truth, right now, I do not know
Well,
whether
they have
one.
to be taken down then, right?
But, no.
Plus, it's in the town of Goshen, they have to get a permit to sell there,
No,
too.
but I will speak with Neil tomorrow about it. Neil Halloran, our building inspector.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Kathy McGrath, 12 White Oak Terrace. Just wanted to concur with basically all the opposition concerns that everyone shared tonight. I think my number one concern is based on my own experience this summer. We've been dealing with a water contamination issue with our septic, and there's really no explanation of where it's coming from. So I think when there's one single house that has an unexplained contamination, I mean, there's just no real reason for it. There's underwater springs, there could be contamination that is coming from areas that we're just not aware of. I think a project of this magnitude would definitely have an impact mostly on the water. So we've spent the better part of the summer chlorinating, checking our own septic, and actually investing quite a bit of money in a purification system, because you have to have water. You can't do without. So I think that would be one of my biggest concerns, that ultimately no one could provide any security against contamination.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Michael Shane, 18 Everett Road, and a lot was said last week, or last time I was here, but I think one thing that wasn't really discussed, and I just wanted to bring it up, was the impact on the services that would be supplied by Goshen, which would be the police department, the fire departments, and the emergency medical. That would also, I think, needs to be considered. I don't think anybody really brought that up. I mean, I don't want to bring up all the rest because we already did that, but those services would also have to be impacted, because now you have another community that's on the far edge of Goshen, which, you know, that would be under town of Goshen Police, which is on the opposite side. They're located on the opposite side of Goshen, plus all your other emergency volunteer fire departments. Also, Hamptonburg, because since we're right on the edge, you would think that that would impact Hamptonburg, which they also have a volunteer fire department and no, you know, police force as per se. So I think we have to consider those emergency services also in this plan, what kind of burden that will, because everybody says about the water and all the obvious things, but I mean, I think taking one step further, this is an obvious thing that we didn't think about too. I mean, those personnel and people, what kind of burden is that going to put on both townships?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Didn't know I was that scheduled. Robert Field, 3295 Route 207. I know there's a lot of emotional feelings here. I prefer to go by the code book. Planned adult communities are permitted by special permit use or by the town board in two districts, the HR district and the RU district. What we're talking about is an RU district, and the code says establish under the section establishment of districts, a rural district. The purpose of this district is to promote agriculture and compatible open space and rural uses, and to guide residential development so it protects large blocks of the town's open space. If you look at the HR district, where you'll find most planned adult communities, the HR district says it is intended to provide suitable locations for clusters of residential development. The HR districts are generally located within close proximity of a village and designed to allow a location for more compact development densities that are permitted in the RU district. Development in the HR district shall conform to the natural terrain and to the greatest extent practicable. Common sense will tell you that a planned adult community is better suited in a HR district, not a rural district. If you look under the general provisions of the RU district, it says that the town has therefore a vital interest in seeing that this land is either protected from development or developed in a manner that is consistent with the goals of the comprehensive plan. This is to ensure development projects that they do not damage the quantity or quality of the town's groundwater, protect the town's environmental resources and scenic views, preserve significant tracts of intact open space, and maintain the town's predominantly rural appearance. Encourage, and this is important because it speaks to the emotional thing of traffic, encourage the creation of safe and sociable neighborhoods in which alternatives to the automobile are viable means of transportation, maintain property values of land proposed for development as well as existing homes that adjoin such land. And then under the section where it allows for the consideration of planned adult communities in RU districts, it says that PAC, or the planned adult community, must be connected to existing town water and sewer districts. Didn't say anything about septic system or wells. Must be connected to existing town water and town sewer districts, or must be included in new water and sewer districts created by the town. In existing water and sewer districts, the town must approve any extension thereof. Based on the guidelines and the requirements and the restrictions of the town code, I don't think that this application meets those qualifications. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wants to speak? Okay, then, Mr. Kaplicki, please guide me through this
procedurally, you have the request from the town of Hamptonburg. We also, I do not believe, received any comments or referral from the county of Orange. We have not. On that basis, it would be my recommendation that you continue the public hearing at least until next month. And at the same time, what you're going to have to do is move along the process, and that would entail later on, outside the public hearing, a motion at the board level for lead agency status, so that we can begin a coordinated review with the planning board on this application. Again, the application being for the special permit use permit.
But that would be done at a subsequent date.
Yes,
not tonight.
Not tonight,
right.
Separate from this public hearing, but I was just giving you some direction.
Right. Okay.
So you have, we should keep the meeting to next meeting, keep it open until the next meeting, we want to set some date or?
But I want to ask you, can we?
Oh, yeah, right, I've been carried. But I don't think you should express me. Oh, yes, agreed, yeah.
Are we under any time constraints, Dennis, where we could lose this by default or something like that, by continuing this public hearing?
No, because again, in fairness, both to the applicant and the general public, you need more information. And there are any number of time constraints, but again, they would not affect this particular issue.
They would, okay.
Should we set the public hearings continuance in 2 weeks or just one open?
No, I think you should set it for definite date, both for the purpose of the applicant and the public, which is here. Yeah, you meet again, just so you're aware, 9/6, 9/9, 9/20.
No, it's the 13th, I believe.
13th, when we went over this last time.
Yeah, remember?
That's right.
That's right. It's the 13th and the 16th,
Yes.
right?
Well,
No, it's the 12th, the 9th and the 12th.
Oh, 9th and 12th.
Yeah, the 16th, you're into a weekend there.
you better get a calendar, right?
Yeah,
You see,
Here.
Don't look at the
Don't look at the calendar, Val.
No, it's the 13th.
Yeah, Priscilla.
It's the 13th and the 16th are the next two meetings.
You're right.
We discussed this at the last meeting. And I know it seems like an oddball thing, but that's what it is.
Right.
Right.